Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Freehold Boro is being brought to you by HIT Training. Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Nottingham is being brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates.
Thanks, Rich. Normally you don't see a 1 seed come into a game as an underdog, but when you play Ashante Worthy, that's just the circumstances you have to deal with. The dual-threat quarterback was able to help propel his team over Nottingham as they move one step closer to being state champs. Great day for playoff football. Freehold Boro visiting Nottingham. Winner of this one will head to the Central Group 4 semifinals. We mentioned his name. You're going to want to keep an eye on number 2 for Freehold Boro, Ashante Worthy. The coin toss would be the only breather for both these teams. Third play of the game, North Stars handed off to Deontay Nicholson, and the Blue Ranger opens up the game in exciting fashion as he's going to take this one all the way to the crib for 6. Now it's Worthy's turn. The slippery quarterback takes the snap, and he's going to turn this one into a big gain, and he is finally pushed out at the 1. On the next play, number 2 would take it in, and after a missed extra point, Freehold Boro trails by just 1 in the first. Nottingham won't be showing up, though. First play after the kickoff, Eric DeHaron is going to get the handoff this time, and what's in the water in Hamilton Township? He's out. DeHaron with a huge gain to put his team in good scoring position. He would punch it in a few plays later to put Nottingham back up by 8. However, hard to relax when you're playing against such a diverse quarterback. Worthy is going to waltz into the end zone a few plays later to make it 14-13. Deontay Nicholson would answer back. He picks up a nice gain on this run. And on the next play, it's automatic for him as he gets his second TD of the day to make it 21-13. And these two might as well have had a duel at 10 paces. Next Boro touch, Ashante Worthy is going to appear to take the sack, but somehow escapes. And you know how he gets down in open space. Keeps his balance there, hits the spin, evades that guy, and can they catch him? I don't think so. Ashante Worthy, we're not worthy. Colonials are down by just 1 once again. With just 4 seconds remaining in the first half, Nottingham trying to get one last play in, and who do they call on? Who else? Deontay Nicholson, and the sophomore takes this one to the bank for his 3rd score of the game. Colonials get the ball to start the second half. That means number 2 will take the field, and he takes this one in quickly for an easy touchdown. And you can't make this stuff up. Next play, Nicholson is going to get the call, and he picks up long distance. The get off me sauce was flying in this one. Another huge run for 21, and Coach John Adams is loving it. After a field goal, Worthy back under center, and he heads right for the gut of the defense, weaving through traffic, loves that spin move, a stiff arm, and with 1 man to beat, he does his best Dolphin impression as the lead now goes to 9 late in the 3rd. Next possession, he picks up where he left off as he hits the moves, gets a few borderline blocks, and that's another score for Ashante Worthy. And you should quit while you're ahead, right? Wrong. Worthy gets another big gain, scores one last touchdown, and that's going to be your game. 51-34 is your final from this Rumble. Incredible game to be at. Ashante Worthy finished with 606 yards of total offense, 416 yards rushing, 190 passing, and 7 touchdowns. He's so sick, get him a blanket. Despite the loss, the North Stars gave it all they had. Deontay Nicholson breaks and sets a new school rushing record as just a sophomore. Shout out to Princeton Orthopedics for all our sponsored schools this football season, and the Nottingham fans for their support. Freehold Boro advancing to the semifinals. Don't let the bracket fool you. I don't think you want to mess with this 8 seed anytime soon. Afterwards, we get Worthy, and head coach Dave Ellis explains how his team got the W.
All week we've been watching film. We've been studying the run play they do, because in film they showed us that they could run the ball. They didn't really show us that they could pass. So coaches had us working on the run game and the run game. And they got going a little bit, but at halftime we just had to adjust, and we did adjust, and we slowed them down a little bit in the second half. We go back to brick. Last year we was there 23-24. We lost by 1, so we just got to go home, watch film, and practice very hard all week.
At halftime, I challenged the defense. I told them that some of the time was sheer will. If they get in the hole and it's him and the tailback, or whoever it was, the fullback was good. They got to bring him down. They got to get there. They got to bring him down. And we made a couple adjustments, but at the end of the day, they turned it on in the second half. Listen, we're going to have a great practice this week. We're going to have great practices. We're going to watch our film from today. We obviously had a lot of stuff to fix, and we're going to give our best Friday night.
Freehold Boro will take on Brick Township next. For Jersey Sports Zone, I'm Nary Rodriguez.